family of 7 just moved in, and they were loud. Then an elderly neighbor walked over with something no one expected. When Wilson and Shireen Caraballo moved their 5 kids into a quiet street in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, they were nervous. They were the only black family on the block. They expected complaints. They expected angry looks. They even worried someone might call the police just because their kids were playing too loud. One afternoon, Wilson was working in the garage. He saw an 82-year-old man from across the street slowly walking toward him. Wilson braced himself for a lecture, but the man wasn't carrying a noise complaint. He was carrying a ladder. The man smiled and introduced himself as Paul Callahan. He didn't want them to be quiet. He wanted to know if they needed any tools. Paul was a retired engineer and a widower. His wife had passed away 6 months earlier. He had no children and no siblings left. He lived in a big, silent house full of nothing but memories. That ladder changed everything. Paul started coming over more often, first with screwdrivers, then with stories. Soon, he wasn't just a neighbor. He was at the dinner table. He was at the backyard barbecues. On Father's Day, the kids surprised him with a new outfit. They started calling him Uncle Paul. Shireen eventually asked Paul why he reached out to them. His answer was simple. I grew up in a house full of people. Being around your family makes me feel like I have that again. The family thought they were a nuisance because of their noise. But to Paul, that noise sounded like home. They didn't just give him a place to eat. They healed his loneliness. And he gave them the grandfather they never knew they needed. Be honest, when you heard an old man was walking toward a loud family, what did you expect him to do? Our world has taught us to expect the worst. But Paul and the Caraballos remind us that sometimes all it takes is a ladder to build a bridge. Please subscribe for more stories that deserve to be seen.